when I was growing up, I always wanted to be in the military. This was like my dream. I always wanted to do that. When I was growing up, like I used to run through my parents' neighborhood, which was forested. I'd wear like camouflage. I'd hide in trees and stuff. There's a military base in my hometown, and I would occasionally like if I drove by it, I would just stare out the window, like face against the glass, really excited about that. But I was terrible with women, and I got a girlfriend when I was 16, and I said, I want to join the military. And this is the only girl who ever liked me, by the way. So this was, intense for me in my naive 16-year-old brain. And she said something along the lines of, if you join the army, that's it. Like, I'll be gone. Like, you'll never have friends. You'll never have relationships. She really jammed that in there. I was still motivated to do the army, so I actually joined part-time the reserves. So I actually did my basic military qualification. I was like, I was into it. But the whole time I was getting like messages from her being like, you're ruining us. And I was like, oh, okay. So I essentially like joined and then quit because I was like, it's this relationship, which will never, ever happen again. Obviously false, but at the time that made sense in my mind. Or it's this career, which, maybe I can do something different. So I actually picked a career path, which was adjacent. So I said, I'm going to become a police officer because it's like kind of the army, there's like guns and there's, like maybe it's kind of similar and I can live in a city and have a normal like life, and so that was my compromise. And I have no regrets being a police officer. I did good work. Like I tried to be super cop as much as possible. And I've had a great career. I worked internationally with Interpol. I've done a bunch of wild stuff, no regrets. But there was a neurosis there where I was like, I really want to join the army, but I'm actually in the police force. So if I saw like a guy in army fatigues, I'd be like, oh, what's he doing? If I drove by like the recruiting station, I'd be like, oh, like what's going on over there? So I always had this kind of sense of like this kind of like this pull where I'm going in opposite directions. And this was relatively traumatizing over time. So eventually how I discovered to fix that was I found my lean in principle, which is whenever I have that intuition, that desire to get pulled in a direction, the vision I see in my mind, often it's comes with resistance. I see myself in this one domain. As soon as I start to move towards it, I feel like a fear or resistance. I'm just use that term as a generic term. Resistance towards moving to where I really want to go out of a fear of failure maybe, or fear of something. And so I thought, I'm going to use that fear as a flag. Whenever I feel that intuition, fear, whenever I feel that resistance, that's my cue to move even further into it. It's the Stoic quote, what's in the way is the way.